welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show where we address your stocks related queries. Now, be it on the stocks that you're already holding or in case you have a query on the stocks that you perhaps are looking to hold in your portfolio. Now, what should you be doing? What is the ideal price to get an entry into, or should you be exiting in the current market volatility? Anything and everything related to your stock specific questions will get addressed on this show. So write into us. The number is flashing on your screens. This is a WhatsApp number. Send in your name, your location and your contact details along with the question so that we can dial you back and include your calls in this show itself. But first up, let's quickly check the top headlines this hour. Stock markets continue to be volatile in trade. India VIX is still up about 2%. The benchmark indices are now down in trade with the PSU banks realty leading the gains on the other side. Strong action being seen in the IPO space. TBO Tech makes a stellar debut on the D Street, lists at 55% premium at 1426 rupees against the issue price of 920 rupees. RR Housing Finance, on the other hand, makes a tepid debut on the D Street, lists at 314 rupees against the issue price of 315 rupees. Reliance Capital in focus again as the IRDA has given its approval for 26% stake sale in Reliance Capital, including in Reliance General Insurance Company, Reliance Nippon Life Insurance Company and Reliance Health Insurance to Hinduja Group. Shares of Cipla have soared about 4% in the early trading action after 3 block deals in the counter has taken place on the exchanges. Around 2.04 crore shares, making up to 2.5% stake in the drug maker Cipla, has exchanged hands in 3 block deals. Warm welcome to all our viewers for the day, and time to introduce our guest for the show who will be addressing all your queries. Shivangi Sarda is with us, the head of technicals and derivatives analyst at Motilal Oswal Financial Services. Warm welcome, Shivangi. Good to have you with us on Daily Calls yet again. Already a lot of queries have started to pour in. A lot of our YouTube viewers are sending in their queries. There are people lining up on our calls. But I'll begin by your first take on the markets. We've been seeing a lot of volatility take place. What do you foresee for the markets? There were some green ticks higher, but again the markets have slipped into the red today.
Afternoon, Sakshi. Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here. And we've seen that market is rebounding from the last 3 sessions, although some sort of tug of war is there between the bulls and the bears, which will remain until the volatility index cools off to another 16 to 17 zones. So looking at the entire scenario, volatility is going to remain until the election phases are yet to be completed, and markets are going to hover around this range. But overall view is quite positive, and we are expecting a good up move from here. Nifty is now holding near its 50 daily exponential moving average, and making full chances to cross and hold above the same. So we are looking at 22 as a crucial level to watch out, which will be a make or break zone over here. And it needs to hold above this for an up move towards 22,500. While on the downside, support is seen at 22,150 levels, which will act as a crucial support for the day. Now, talking about Bank Nifty, we are seeing that some of the private banking space heavyweight ones are holding strength and are holding on to the higher zones, although Bank Nifty is also moving in a quite range-bound manner. And we are looking at 47,500 as a crucial support here for the next up move towards 48,250 levels.
Okay, Shivangi, got that. Let me address all our viewers who are watching us live on our YouTube platform. So, Mr. KD Pradhan, Sandeep Pancharya, Nancy, Ranjit, Katir, they're all lining up to send us their questions. Warm welcome to all of you. Stand by. I will be taking your questions. We have the first caller already online, but Shivangi, this is from Karnataka, from Hubli. Shrujana has called in. Hi, Shrujana. This is the second time I'm speaking to you. How are you?
Yeah. Hi, Sakshi.
Yes.
Good afternoon. And
Good afternoon.
Hi, Shivangi. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm good. I would like to know about Cochin Shipyard, actually. Cochin Shipyard, the defense, this thing, and also about PNB. Right now, I have a few shares I'm holding on to them. So, how long shall I, and what would be the status of PNB in the upcoming 3 or 4 months?
3 to 4 months. What is your buying price in PNB, Srijana?
Yeah. Hello?
What is your purchase price in PNB?
Hello?
Hi, Srijana, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
So, what is your purchase price in PNB?
Hello? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you. I'll get you your view. I think there is some disturbance in the line, but Cochin Shipyard first up. Any fresh entry level could you suggest, Shivangi, on this one? We've already seen a stunning run up on this stock already, and this is not just even before the split the stock was rising. After the split the stock is almost back to the pre-split levels already. So that's the kind of move that we've already seen. But can somebody wanting to take a fresh entry, would it be a good level? And PNB from the PSU banking space.
Cogin is one of the strongest names in this entire pack, and we've seen 100% growth in this year itself. So it's been an outperformer from the last 2 years consistently, and a good amount of buying can be seen at any small declines. Even if we look at the broader time frame, stock has been trading in a northward sloping channel. So we are expecting a good up move even from these levels. Stock has already rallied, but declines could be bought. And for the positional point of view, we are looking at 1450 and then 1500 odd levels. One should hold on to this stock and keep trailing their stop losses ahead. 1300 would be an important support to watch out for. Now let's talk about PNB. Banking spaces, have taken a little bit of a hit, especially the PSU banking names. And we've seen that this particular stock is now trading below its key exponential moving average, which it used to respect, from the last, 7-8 months. Now this is a bit of a concern, but Bank Nifty is again trying to hold and showing some strength. This stock could, move a little higher, but the momentum is clearly missing. So if you're a trader, I would say avoid the stock, but if you're an investor, I would say we can hold this stock for another 135 odd levels. We have to be patient with this with a stop of 122.
Okay, I hope Srijana you've understood on both the stocks. Shivangi has given you her view as well. Let's take the next question from our YouTube callers list, YouTube viewers list. So this is Sandeep Pancharya. He wants to know on IREDA. Can he invest in the stock right now, and what could be the short-term target? Again, this stock has been a near-term or a recent term outperformer, and then it's been in a consolidative zone. How would you advise now, Shivangi?
So, talking about IRDA, the stock has seen a good run up, in this entire year that we've seen around 70% return already. Now, on the daily frame, it's respecting to its, lower zones of the range that it is moving in, which is a good sign. And we could, add at these levels as well because it's a good potential entry point. Now, looking at the upside, we are expecting round about 180 and then 180. Now, 168 would be a crucial support, which could act as a trailing stop loss as well over here. And one should keep this stop loss intact and very much intact.
All right, I hope Sandeep, you've got an answer to your question. KD Pradhan has written to us. He says, hello everyone. Hello Mr. Pradhan, how are you? He wants to know, is it the right time to make an entry into BEL? Bharat Electronics. Now again, this is one of the outperformers in the defense space again, and in fact multi-bagger returns is what we have seen over the last 1 or 2 years as well on this stock. How would you address the kind of move that we've seen thus far, and could it make for a fresh entry even now?
Absolutely. We've seen this stock go from 70 to 230 levels in the last 5 years, which has been a spectacular up move over here. And the major up move has happened, within the last 2 years. Now, stock is quite strong. Even the sector is quite much in action, which will, help the stock move further. Now, if we talk about the daily levels, on the daily frame that we are seeing, the support could be placed at 222, and we could look for an upside of 250 odd levels. Now, this entire space is quite well. One can look at the other stocks as well.
Okay, got that. Hope that answers your question, Mr. Pradhan. We have the next question. This is from Nancy. She wants to know, she says, hi, hello, Nancy, and she wants to know on CAMS, CDSL, BSE, MCX, which according to you is the closest to its best price right now and can be bought into a dip. Good question, Nancy. You got the right move. Yesterday we saw the finance minister talking about financialization of savings taking place, a lot of people's money from household savings coming into the capital markets, and these are all capital markets related stocks that she is talking about, and all of these stocks have actually had a very good run. CDSL has been a very good performer. We've seen BSE outperform as well, and we've also seen even CAMS and MCX do reasonably well in the markets too. Any of the stocks within this list of stocks that Nancy has highlighted, which one would you prefer, Shivangi, for taking a trading bet now?
Definitely, Sakshi. Great point to point that these exchange-related counters have moved quite well, and they will continue to move well. Now, if we talk about CDSL, BSE, or be it MCX as well, adding to the list, all these stocks are looking quite positive. And a recent fall of the last 3 to 4 sessions, which has just been a minor profit booking, is a good entry point because it's retraced exactly from those levels. And my preferred, pick out of this entire pack would be definitely BSE, CDSL, or MCX to watch out.
Okay, I hope that addresses your question also, Nancy, and hope you follow Shivangi's advice on this one as well. We have the next question, and this is from Ranjit George. He wants to know, can I buy KNR Constructions at the current market price, and what could be the target for this stock over the next 3 months? What would you say?
Interestingly, this entire space has done quite well, but this stock has been a underperformer. And looking at the other stocks in this same sector, they've quite added in volumes and in price action. So my recommendation here would be to look at the other capital good construction stocks in this space rather than this one.
Okay, I hope you follow Shivangi's advice on this one as well. There's an alternative that you could probably look at. Within the construction space, would you have a choice that you can offer, Shivangi?
So we can look at some of the cement space. Now, if you look at cement space is also quite well. Now, Cummins India has my eyes on. This is one stock which has my eyes. So this stock has consistently performed from the last 5-6 months, consistent returns, and we've seen higher highs, higher lows formation over here. So this is one stock which we can look at for a good up move.
Okay, I hope you've got that alternate choice for yourself. So look at these stocks that Shivangi has suggested, and maybe you'll get better opportunities to make higher profits there. We also have some questions from our WhatsApp number based on text queries that we've got, Shivangi. So one is from Mumbai, Aziz SK. He has shares of Berger Paints, and he bought them at 571, and he holds about 328 shares of Berger Paints. Now the question is, can I hold for 1 year? The stock has fallen below the purchase price. Do you think there could be a recovery coming in over the next 1 year, and is this a good space to be in to make higher profits, or should he switch?
Now, talking about the two paint stocks which are dominant in this field is Asian and Berger, and Asian is definitely a better pick than Berger. But if you look at Berger, there has been breakdown from the last 6 to 7 weeks. So stock is in a kind of a profit booking phase right now, and we've seen some sort of shorts over here. But if we look at it at a 1 year perspective, definitely this stock should be, performing and holding well. So I would, recommend for investing purpose, one can still hold the stock. with a support of 465 levels, and this is a crucial level to watch out as the floor. And on the upside, we would then again look at 500 and then 520 odd levels over here. So one can wait for these levels in the next 6 to 7 months.
Okay, I hope, Aziz, even you've got the answer to your question. There could be some more wait that you need to do for the stock price to really, move up beyond 500 rupees odd at the current levels, from the current levels. Mr. KD Pradhan has written to us, "Hi Sakshi, I'm a regular viewer of this program and have 100% trust on your as well as your guests' advice and normally make investments as per your guidelines on various stocks. Many thanks." Thank you so much, Mr. Pradhan, for writing in to us. And I'm glad that you are finding all the views that are shared by our guests useful for yourselves, which is why our effort is to get you authentic advice from top-notch market experts like Shivangi, from top-notch brokerage houses that exist in India, which can give you the right advice on your stocks as well. Because this is an age where we find a lot of noise on social media. There are a lot of floating views that are actually impacting the investors at this point in time. So authentic advice is the need of the hour, and that's what our aim is to get to you as well. A lot of other people are also writing into us, but we'll take one view from our WhatsApp caller message that we've got from Hanumant Rao, and he wants to know on KPR Mills, what are your views, Shivangi? KPR Mills, let's look at the stock as well and see how the stock has moved up, because the point is he's not shared whether he has bought or he has an intention to buy. Today the stock is up 2%, 830 is the level, but not much has happened in the stock over the year to date basis. Also the stock is just up about 2 odd percent. Last 6 months it's been just about 6 months of 6% kind of a move, but in the last 1 year still about a 44% surge is being seen. On KPR Mill, any revival cited?
This stock has consistently moved in a consolidation phase from the last 25 weeks, which is around about 6 to 7 months. But interestingly, it's holding on to its crucial support zone. So if one is looking out for the investment purpose, one can definitely hold this stock for 900 odd levels. But it will, of course, not be a trader stock. 800 would be a support to watch out.
Okay, I hope that addresses your question. A lot of other queries coming in on our YouTube, so we'll take them one by one also. Kathir is saying, good afternoon, Kathir. He says, since markets are so volatile, how to deal with good stocks like Coal India, REC? Should he buy on the dips or wait for the volatility to settle? Clearly, Shivangi, the way the India VIX has doubled in nearly just about 13-14 odd trading sessions, it's bound to happen that traders are pretty worried about the kind of volatility that they're seeing on the street. Stocks like REC, Coal India, would you suggest buying on the dips that we are seeing on odd days like these?
Definitely, India VIX has risen due to the kind of a uncertainty in the market with respect to the election phases, and FII selling at the same time. Now, index long-short ratio has also tanked down a little bit. So some sort of worries had caused the India VIX to rise. But then again, we've seen good buying at the support zones of the index. So we are seeing that from the last two sessions, India VIX is also cooling off. But of course, 20 is also at a very high level of it to hover around. So even though the markets are, hovering at a higher volatile level, but then after the election results, we are expecting this to cool down and expect back to normalcy. But if we talk about good stocks, it's a good time to add because stocks have corrected in the last 2 weeks. And talking about even Coal India for that matter, we've seen that from the last 6 sessions, we've seen that the stock has retraced exactly and taking support near 435 odd level. So a good time to buy, good time to add because support-based buying can be seen over here. Some sort of volatility which cannot be ruled out for the next 2 weeks to come. but we can expect 500 odd levels here for a longer time period frame, and 444 would be a support to watch out for in Coal India, which will be a good preferred pick over here.
Okay, so I hope, Katil, you've got the answer as well. We'll take Pal Bhatia's question. He's written to us for the first time on our YouTube. Warm welcome to you, Mr. Bhatia. He wants to know a long-term view on Ingersoll Rand. Do you track this stock at all, Shivangi, and what would your view be on Ingersoll Rand? We've seen the entire auto ancillary basket been in the thick of action, but how has Ingersoll Rand really performed, and do you see any bright signs?
This stock is little low on volume, so of course it'll be difficult to comment on this. But this entire auto space has been quite resilient, and we've seen, despite the market volatility, this pack has outperformed. Now, even if you look at the heavyweights, it's performed quite well. So, anything from the auto pack is bound to get the sector tailwind as well. So we can, recommend a buy over here in the auto space, and one should, of course, be diversified.
Okay, got that. One should be definitely diversified. Let's take the next question. This is from Rami Reddy. She wants to know on Blue Star. Can she buy Blue Star for a long time, for 2 years perspective?
All right. Looking at this entire space, we have seen a good action over here. Now, looking at the power and the power-related companies, for that matter, even Voltas, Havels, and all this entire interrelated stocks and sectors have done quite well. And this stock particularly has been trending in an upward sloping channel as well. So a good up move can be expected over here, although the stock has rallied in the last 3 to 4 sessions. So some cool off will be expected before it again starts its next fresh leg of rally. But we are definitely expecting 1550 and then 1600 levels over here. 1450 would be a support to watch out.
Okay, I hope, Rami, that you've understood that advice as well. Shivanki, what we'll do is we'll take all those questions which are coming in, but right now let's cut across to data points that are coming in from the Finance Ministry. I'll straight away go across to our colleague Karishma Sudani. Remember that states capex is likely grown by over 19% on a year-on-year basis in FY24 compared to a 15% surge that we've seen in FY23. Now, this growth has been supported by robust revenue growth and interest-free capex loans from the centre. And according to the trends that have been observed by a dozen states, aggregate state investments in FY24 might also exceed the 6.82 lakh crore rupees invested in FY23. So, Karishma is here with us to give us an insight. Karishma, evidently the higher capex signals a positive GDP growth for the full year as well. Do tell us which are the states which have performed well on the capex front.
Actually, firstly, I'd like to do support you on the fact that it's going to be a great GDP number for the full year. If you remember, for Q3, the numbers that had been rolled out, they were 8.4%, quite robust, surpassed the economists' expectations. And I think one of the major gears, or I'd say tools that pulls up the GDP growth numbers is capex, and a couple of states are on the front of it. In fact, to tell you, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala, Punjab, Bihar are a couple of them who have been leading the state capex mark, over 19% growth that is expected for FY24. It was close to 15% last year, which means that capex indicator is really working well for the way states look at it. And if you see the equation, it is more capex, better growth, better revenues, which in turn for the macroeconomic conditions of our country will always show an upward and an upside growth. In fact, what we are also picking up is that states are expected to make capex investments for the last FY24. The number that's coming out is almost close to 4.72 lakh crore in comparison to it being 3.99 lakh crore for FY23, and this will continue. It stays with the centre's hopes of 9.5 lakh crore target that they had set for the.
Right. Okay, I think we lost Karishma right there. We'll try and connect back to her. But those are all the updates that are coming in from the Finance Ministry. We'll get back to the queries in the meanwhile. A lot of other people have also written to us on our YouTube platform. Kumar Verma has written, Shivangi. He wants to know, he has 1 lakh rupees of a capital with him and he wants to invest in any 2 sectors. And he wants to know if you could suggest any 2 sectors and if he could hold for 1 year perspective. Could you also give us a sense, is it a good time to really bet on a sector or specific stocks with such capital, and what exactly is the best way if somebody wants to invest in a lump sum fashion?
Of course, Sakshi, the best time to be in the market was 10 years back, and the second best time is right now. So definitely one should, start investing at any level, at any amount, per se. Now, looking at the entire market, there has been a strong flow of, buying from the retail space, which is keeping the market afloat. And we are seeing, a fresh high right from the start of this year. And, looking at the entire sector space, auto and defense are some of the sectors which are quite strong. But to be diversified, it would be an advice from my end that we should be able to park our funds into 3 to 4 sectors to be completely safe. So one can also look at some of the construction, cement, or capital goods space, and consumption space, which is playing out quite well as a defensive bet as well. So overall, this should shape your portfolio for the next 1 year. And we are seeing, good amount of expectation of, the after the election. So capital goods space is something which should really be working well.
Okay, capital goods, that's the space that you should be definitely looking at this point in time. We have another question, and this is from Sachin Kumar. He wants to know, is it a good time to buy IFCI? What would you say?
Okay, so looking at this, stock, it's we've seen that the stock is quite low on volume, and there has been quite a lot of range-bound movement. Personally, I would not, recommend entering into this stock.
Okay, please do not enter into this stock as of now, not recommended. Shivangi has given a lot of stocks on this show which you can definitely look at as an alternative where you can actually make good amount of profit, Sachin. So please heed to that advice right now. Karthik S has written, hi Sakshi ma'am, hi Karthik, how are you? He's written from Bengaluru and he wants to know, can we expect one more dream run in the railway sector? Of course, we've seen a dream run really coming in on the railway space. And along with this, let me also put across to you, Shivangi, one more question that was on the railway space again. So we can address both these questions. Kathir wanted to know on IRFC and RVNL. So your overview on the railway sector and some of the stocks.
Definitely, talking about the railway stocks, they are going to do quite well. And now extending this, space to the entire travel and tourism pack. So, entirely we're expecting a good run even from these levels. Now, if you look at Indigo, it's been a consistent performer from the last 8 to 9 weeks. So we've seen consistent returns over here as well. So looking at the entire travel and tourism pack, we are expecting a good up move, and one should participate in these stocks and this particular sector. Now talking about specific railway counters, of course IRCTC is we have seen a good amount of profit booking over here, and then now stock is again bouncing back for a good up move. So this is one space which one could look out for. Even RVNL for that matter is looking quite positive. Would also recommend seeing Indigo for that matter.
Okay, Indigo and some of the stocks that have been suggested, please keep an eye out on all of those stocks as well from the railway space. Karthik and also Kathir, both of you have asked on railway space, so I hope that addresses your question as well. One more stock query that I got, and this is from Shankara Reddy. He says that he's bought Trans India share at 54 rupees. 3,000 rupees, 3,000 shares is what he holds. Now he wants to know what is the target price for this one, Trans India share. Do you track that one, Shivangi?
I'm sorry, Sakshi, that would not be on my tracking list.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, unfortunately our guest does not track that stock, so we won't be able to give you a view on that one. And meanwhile, it's also a time to wrap our special edition of Daily Calls today. But Mr. Reddy, in case you do have any query on some other stock, maybe you can dial in tomorrow, or maybe revisit this stock tomorrow with our another guest who will be joining on this show as well. But on that note, thank you so much, Shivangi, for sharing with us such wonderful ideas and insights with all our viewers and addressing so many queries. I think we've already addressed about 18-19 stocks in trade today. So thank you so much for taking all those questions from our viewers too. Hope you have a fantastic time ahead, and of course you'll be traveling also. So safe travels and have a fantastic trip over the weekend. Thank you so much for being with us. All right, viewers, we wrap it up at that. Your special show, Daily Calls, do write into us. Even when the show is not running, you can keep sending in your queries, and we can include all your queries tomorrow. That's at 12 noon. So use this WhatsApp number, send in your contact, your name, and your location as well, along with the question, and we will definitely help you with the queries that our top guests will be coming on the show and addressing to you as well. So stay tuned, and see you tomorrow at 12 noon. But Business Today Television will continue to get you more exciting conversations around earnings and stock markets, so stay tuned for that.